Hello, goblins. It's Chris Eldritch Pipes. I nearly forgot my name then. It's an episode of this week's Pipes. What an interesting week it's been. It started off last week with the UK Pipe Smoking Championship, in which I took part both as a seller and as a smoker. The bag you get your goodies in. And this was the pipe that we all smoked. We didn't all smoke this pipe. We all got a pipe. Ian made all the pipes for this year's Pipe Smoking Championship, so everyone was smoking a brand new Ian Walker pipe, Northern Briars. And this was mine. Isn't that cool? And I came 25th, which means I won prize 25. A bag of some very nice smelling tobacco. I don't actually know what it is yet. I had to text Ian and say, thanks for sending it to me. Any idea what it is? Haven't heard back yet. He'll probably text me in a bit. But while I was there, aside from selling pipes, I picked up some tobacco, some new tobacco. Well, so, Wilson of Sharrow, a tobacconist in the UK, was giving away samples of a new range of Fribourg and Treya. Now, it's not a brand I'm familiar with myself, but the name rung a bell. So I don't know if these are new blends or it's just that they're newly available in the UK. So they may have well been available outside the UK before. I didn't research it, I'll be honest. But they were available in the UK for the first time last week, starting last week. And I picked up a sample of the one I'm smoking now, Special Brown Flake. Which is really nice. It's exceedingly mellow, really soft smoke. It says it's a mixture of red mottled Virginia and golden Carolina flue-cured leaf, blended with Turkish Havana and medium-strength dark-fried Kentucky. And a little rum is added. So I noticed. Yeah, I was going to say it's strangely sweet for not an aromatic, but it's got some rum on it. So I guess you could say it's a navy flake. Really intriguing. I also picked up, I haven't tried it yet, Vintage Flake, which is exactly what it sounds like, selected Virginia tobaccos, blended and aged under pressure. Really interested to try that one out. And then I also picked up Wingate. Virginia Black Cavendish and Latakia. Oh, with a touch of Burley and Perique as well, to round everything out. No vapours in the list, unfortunately. a couple of Virginia plugs of different styles. I was going down the list looking for a vapor, going, come on. There wasn't a vapor, unfortunately. Special brown flake. Very nice. Yeah. I may have to pick up a tin of that. So, right. Also at last week's pipe show, I call it a pipe show, it's the smoking competition. I'm always going to say pipe show, I just can't get it out of my head. It's not a pipe show, it's a smoking competition. I think it'll be October before we do the pipe show. I think it's October. But anyway, we unveiled the full Four Horsemen box set. And I'll show it you here. It's no longer available, it was sold. But it's our Four of Diamonds set. Obviously, I showed mine last week, but I'll show it again in context with everyone else's. Assuming, of course, I can get the lid on. I can. Alright, actually, mine's first, so I'll just show it quickly first, even though you've already seen it. But it'll kickstart the set off. So this, you'll probably remember, this is the low-slung sleek bulldog. In a black sandblast with a green contrast ring. And a really cool piece of moss Cumberland. This is a piece that came from the bottom of the rod, so the colour tends to like get heavy down towards the bottom of the rod. So the black, it's black heavy at the top of the rod, a pretty 50-50 mix around the middle, and then colour heavy at the bottom of the rod. Sleek bulldog, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mike's classic bulldog. Mike is Blake Marbriers. I really just like the really light stain, so like you can see the grain come through. Straight grain flowing this way through the bowl. Just classic shape, with a kind of amber stem. It's a bit more tawny than amber, but amberish. So a cool piece there from Mike. Really neat little piece from Chris Asquith. It's kind of like it says UFO bulldog. I think is that what he calls them? Sorry, Chris, I can't remember what you call them. But quite dinky, pretty cute, really light. Really exquisitely shaped and sandblasted. Look at the lines on that. Really lovely. Just that single slim line cut bead. Great little pipe. And this is from Ian. Panels going off everywhere on this one. It's nearly a horn. Nearly. If we come a little bit more like this. I don't know. But yeah, so like a diamond panelled bowl. Going to a diamond shank. With some red Cumberland there. So there, that's the 4 Horsemen set this time round. I don't think we've decided on what the next set is yet. We'll have to chat with the chaps and see what they're thinking. The 4 of diamonds was Mike's call, so I'm not sure who's next. I think it might be Ian. I think it might be Ian's shout next. I've got a little wait for a little bit before it's mine. I've got a good one for my next one. I'm just going to wait to get through them before I can tell everyone what my idea is. Alright. This week's pipes. Oh, did I say? I've lost it now. I can't remember if I said I was drinking this Tropical Sun root beer. It's really good. The rum really makes it surprisingly aromatic. But then I like Navy Flakes as well. All right. This week is my normal shapes. I kind of settled on doing a bunch of the normal ones because next week we're going a bit unusual. So, yeah, you're going to see a few variations on the Acorn. Black Sandblast, Plateau Rim, really prominent straight grain on this one. You can see the ring grain, it's there, but it's the straight grain that really took the sandblast on this one. Lots of nice detail on the shank, and paired with some of my red Cumberland, which is it's quite dramatic, this one. You know, with the red sort of like flowing down this side and then just swirling in to the black on this side. Who doesn't love an acorn? He says, because the next one oh, I picked out the wrong one. Because the next one is not an acorn. This one is this week's Cordovan Sandblast Strawberry. And this one had loads of ring grain detail, loads of it. Really tightly packed. And then you can see the ring grain flowing up the side of the shank, which is really kind of, that's not normally how it goes. It normally like is diagonal along the shank, but it's really gone straight along. No, you need the light going that way. Some earth and ivory stem. Really nicely mottled stem. This week's straub. And now, everyone likes an acorn. So, if this isn't an acorn, I'll be confused. A rusticated acorn. Pretty gnarly rusticated acorn. Which is how I like to do it. Really sort of quite sharp facets. You can see I kind of like worked as a spiral on the shank. Not so obvious from the side, but and then this guy with some blue Cumberland, which always does this. It's always really finely featured, the blue. Unlike the red where you get like broad features, both the blue and the white always very finely detailed. I'm not sure why it is this way. It just is this way. An acorn of the rusticated variety. Tremendously warm this week. I say tremendously warm. Compared to last week, tremendously warm. finally able to do resin in the workshop rather than in the house. Because you kind of like need it to be around the 20s, ideally, to do resin. And so it's hit that all this week. So I'm doing resin in the workshop. All right. That's it. I should be back, I reckon, next week, as usual, all being well. So, until then, take it very easy, your loyal pipe maker.